Hello friends, now let us continue our topic on the discussion. Now we are going to discuss today some important point of a triangle. First of all, first point is the centroid. Centroid is the what? How we can define the centroid? हम लोग centroid को define कैसे करते हैं? Centroid is the basically it is the point of, I think I made a mistake, point of intersection of medians of a triangle. एक ट्रायंगल के जितने भी मीडियंस होते हैं, सपोज दिस इज द मीडियन, दिस आई टेक द नेम ABC, दिस इज द मीडियन थ्रू B, this is the another median, this is the median is the basically which divides the line into equal part. So here the point of intersection is this point, and this point is called centroid, which is denoted by G. This is the G is the basically your centroid. If now see the another point in center, in center is the basically it is the point of intersection of interior angle bisector. I again draw a triangle. This is our triangle ABC, and if you see the angle A, अगर हम एंगल A को देखते हैं तो इसका जो इंटरनल एंगल बाइसेक्टर है, this both angle, this angle and this particular angle are equal. This line, suppose that AD is the I think it is visible. AD is the interior angle bisector of angle A. Similarly, this CE is the interior angle bisector of C, and BF is the interior angle bisector of B respectively. So the point of intersection of this is called in center, which is represented by I. I hope you are getting what I am try to convey you. So I simply define in center and centroid. After that we will see orthocenter. Orthocenter is the basically point of intersection of altitudes. Point of intersection of altitudes, which is called orthocenter. Suppose that this is our triangle. Again we will draw a triangle ABC, and this is our altitude. This is the altitude. This is the another altitude. A triangle have three altitudes. This. So I donated D, E, F. AD is perpendicular to BC. BC is the side of a triangle. EC is perpendicular to AC, and BF is perpendicular to AC. I think EC is perpendicular to AB. I think now it is visible. I repeat again. I am going to describe what is the orthocenter. Orthocenter is the basically a point of intersection of altitudes. This is the triangle, and this AB is a perpendicular to BC. AB, EC and VF are the altitudes of triangle ABC. This is the altitude of a triangle ABC, and the point of intersection of all these altitudes means point of intersection of AB, EC and BF give us orthocenter. H is the basically ortho center. Now let us see the last point of a triangle, which is a circumcenter. Circumcenter. Circumcenter is the basically it is a point of intersection of a perpendicular bisector of the side. Suppose that this is our triangle A, B, C. We suppose that B, the midpoint of a BC is D. We draw here the perpendicular bisector and we will do it like that. Now this is the AB and we took a midpoint E and we draw a perpendicular from that. And similarly for the AC we took the midpoint F and we will draw like that. This is called circumcenter is represented by C as well as O both, and the point of intersection of all these points is called as circumcenter. And E, D and F are mid point of their respective lines. This is the midpoint of their respective line, and the point O is called, which is the here circumcenter. And another property of a circumcenter is that if a circle which is passing through all the vertex of the triangle, if we draw this triangle and if we took suppose that we took a point A, B, C, any vertex, and we will draw a line to circumcenter, which is the O. So here the BU is radius of this circle, radius of a circle, this particular circle which is passing through all the vertex of the triangle ABC. And similarly AO is the also radius and BC is the also CO is the also radius of a circle, this circle, and O is the center of this circle, which is also our circumcenter. Now how we can determine it? If in the question we have the given as the coordinates of the vertex of a triangle and we ask how we can determine it. So first we will see how we can determine the coordinate of the centroid. To determine the coordinate, coordinate of a centroid, it is the one of the simplest and the easiest among all the points. We have to take simply the mean of the x coordinate and the mean of y coordinate. This is the point of the centroid, and this is the way to determine the centroid. This is the x coordinate of the centroid, and this is the y coordinate of a centroid. I think now you are getting how we can determine this centroid. If I am talking how we can determine the incenter or the circumcenter or whatever the things, first we will see the incenter, and to determine the circumcenter and orthocenter we will also see it. Both is the quite lengthy not lengthy, but we have not a direct formula to determine the circumcenter and the orthocenter, but we have a direct formula to determine the incenter and the centroid. We already see how we can determine the coordinate of a centroid. Now we will see how we can determine the coordinate of the incenter. The formula to determine the x coordinate of the incenter, the formula to determine is a comma x1, sorry, a into x1 plus a into the coordinate. These are the basically the x coordinate. X1 and x2 and x3 are the basically the coordinates of the vertices of a triangle, and ABC. Y is the basically now what is the ABC? ABC is the basically, if this is the triangle, this is the vertex A, opposite to the vertex A, if we measure the length of side BC is A, basically the length of a BC is called A, which is the opposite to the vertex A. Length of the AC, this is the AC, opposite to the vertex B, we denote it with a small b. Length of the AB, which is the opposite to C, we donated it with small c, and x1 and x2 and x3 are the coordinate of the vertices of a triangle. This is the simple way to approach it. Now this is the formula to determine. Now how to determine the orthocenter? I will be give one question, and with the help of that question I will show you how we can determine the orthocenter. So अभी हम इसको रहने देते हैं, हम एक अच्छा क्वेश्चन लेंगे जिससे हम बताएंगे कि ऑर्थोसेंटर किस तरह से डिटरमाइन किया जाता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बेसिकली वी यूज़ द कंसेप्ट ऑफ द slope of the perpendicular line, which is this is the concept. In this lecture I will derive this formula. Wait for a while, and I will also determine the orthocenter with the help of one question. Now let us see how to determine the circumcenter. As I said, these are the radius of this circle, particular circle, OA, OB and OC. So if we have to determine the distance of OB, OC and OC and OA, we have to equate it because they are the radius. And suppose that this is the alpha comma beta, the radius of a circle is alpha comma beta, and this is the one of the vertex x2 comma y2. So determine, we have by using the distance formula we have to determine the distance of the OB, OC and OA. After that they are the radius, so we equate OB and OC. We find one equation, and after the solving we find the other equation. We have a two unknown alpha and beta. We solve this equation and we will determine alpha and beta. Now let us take one question on the circumcenter. So this is the clear to you all how we can approach the question and how we can determine the alpha and beta. This is the question to which after that we will see some special case. First we solve this question. Now in this question, alpha and beta are the centroid of a triangle formed by the lines of this, and the alpha and beta are the roots of the particular equation. So you have to find that required equation. So in this question what is the basically said that we have the given the equation of a three line, and this is the equation of a three line. this is the equation of a three line, and by the intersecting of this line, the three points A, B, C are found, and we have to determine the centroid of this triangle, which is the basically alpha comma beta. So first we determine the vertices. For determining the vertex, suppose if we determine the A, we have to solve this equation and this equation. So we have a two equation and two unknown. So by solving these two equation, the value of x is come 1 and the value of y is come 2. See, this is the value. Yeah, you solve it by yourself. Very simple and easy equation. Just in a earlier classes you have already learned about how to solve the linear equation of a two variable. Just simply solve like that, and you will become with this result x1 and x2. Now let us solve. This is the coordinate of A. We have a equal to 1 comma 2. Let us solve another equation. By solving these two, you will be returned with the value of this will be give us C, and if we solve this, I think we have the return with the 5 and I equal to minus 7. It is a 5 minus 7. This is quite okay. Now to determine B, we have to solve these two equations. 15x minus 82, 16 and 5 equal to 4. Just solve this equation and we will I think get this value 6 and 8, 90 and 8. Yes, it is right. We have the V is 6, 8. Now to determine the alpha, we have to just taken the mean of the x coordinate of the all the three vertices. So this is the mean, and if we solve it, it's come with the 4. And another, we have to determine the beta. We have to do 2 minus 7 plus 8, because the sign of 7 is a minus 7, and we will took it minus 7. Now 2 minus 7 plus 8, it will give us we will return with the 1. Now we have the centroid is, our centroid is 3 comma minus 1. This is the centroid, but in the question we have to not determine the centroid. We have to determine this value, alpha plus 2 beta and 2 alpha minus 2 beta. If we see this in and we will put the value of alpha, we will return with this value 5. Yes, 5 and 4 to the 8 minus, I think I made some mistake. It's a 4, sorry. We have a 4. So this is the 4 to the 6 and 4 into 2 8, because I will took that, and 1 7. So our centroid is here. If we see, our centroid is the value 4 comma 1. We have already determined our centroid is now 4 comma 1, because the value of alpha is a 4 and the value of beta is a 1. We put this value in that equation and we will return with that, and we have to find the equation which have the root this. Now we will approach like this. We will solve this. So this is our required quadratic equation which have roots are these two, 6 and 7, and if we see in the option C is the right one. Now let us see the different forms of a straight line. Different forms of the equation of a straight line. Now from the here our chapter was started. First we see the slope form of the straight line. Suppose that this is the our slope. If this angle made by, this is our line and this angle is made by, let us assume it theta, and tan theta equal to, let the value of basically a tan theta is the slope of a line. We called it slope of line. Which line? A, B. If anyone asks you what is the slope of a line, just define a slope is a angle made by line by positive x-axis we take the tangent of that angle. The above definition basically in mathematically we will write like a tan theta, tangent of a theta. Theta is the basically angle made by line with a positive x-axis. Theta is the basically angle made by line with positive x-axis. Now I think you might be clear about what is the meaning of the slope. I repeat once again, slope is the basically if anyone अगर हमसे कोई पूछे कि कोई लाइन का स्लोप क्या होता है, तो हम बेसिकली उसको इस तरह से डिफ़ाइन करेंगे कि अगर वो लाइन जो पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस के साथ कितना एंगल बनाता है उसका हम लोग tan थीटा लेते हैं, मीन्स टेंजेंट लेते हैं, उसी को हम लोग बोलते हैं स्लोप. So the slope intercept is a form is a basically when we suppose that we have a in a question we have a given a line make an intercept with the x-axis which is the basically a say C, we denote it by the C. This is the y-intercept made by line. Y-intercept means suppose that this is the our line which we have to determine the equation of this straight line. Now we will see whether this line is a cut. Suppose that this coordinate is a c comma 0. Intercept is basically a distance of a straight line intersect y-axis. Y-intercept means suppose that इस दूरी को बेसिकली हम लोग वाई इंटरसेप्ट बोलते हैं. दिस इज द मतलब कोई लाइन एक वाई एक्सिस पे कहाँ टच इंटरसेक्ट करता है. सपोज दैट ए पॉइंट पे ये स्ट्रेट लाइन वाई एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट किया, तो ए से ओरिजिन का दूरी को हम लोग एक्स वाई इंटरसेप्ट बोलते हैं, और वाई से वर्सा अगर इसी लाइन को हम लोग इंक्रीज़ करते हैं और एक्स एक्सिस को वो जहाँ पे इंटरसेक्ट करता है, सपोज दैट वो बी पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, तो बी से ओरिजिन का दूरी अगर हम लोग देखते हैं तो उसको हम लोग एक्स इंटरसेप्ट बोलते हैं. तो अगर हम लोग को क्वेश्चन में वाई इंटरसेप्ट दिया रहेगा और हम लोग को स्लोप ऑफ लाइन दिया रहेगा तो और हमें डिटरमाइन करने बोलेगा कि उस लाइन का इक्वेशन क्या है, तो हम लोग उस लाइन का इक्वेशन कुछ इस तरह से लिखते हैं. I think now you understood the slope intercept form of the line. लाइन का इक्वेशन को लिखने का और भी बहुत तरीका रहता है, जिस तरह से पॉइंट स्लोप फॉर्म। पॉइंट स्लोप फॉर्म में बेसिकली हम लोग को सपोज दैट हमें ये लाइन दिया हुआ है, इस लाइन में हमें कोई एक पॉइंट दे दिया गया है और इसका हमें स्लोप के बारे में भी जानकारी दे दिया गया है कि इस लाइन का स्लोप जो है m है, और हमें बोल दिया गया है कि हमें इसको डिटरमाइन करना है, हाउ वी कैन डिटरमाइन द इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन। तो उसके लिए हम इस तरह से यूज़ करते हैं। I think this is the y. This is the equation of a straight line in slope point slope form. Equation of a straight line. Equation of straight line. तो इस तरह से हम लोग इक्वेशन ऑफ अ स्ट्रेट लाइन निकालते हैं। बेसिकली हमें एक पॉइंट दिया रहेगा जो कि हम नाम दे देते हैं x1 y1, और हमें स्लोप दे दिया गया है 1, एंड वी हैव टू डिटरमाइन द इक्वेशन ऑफ अ स्ट्रेट लाइन। तो इस तरह से हम लोग डिटरमाइन करते हैं। बेसिकली ये फार्मूला जो आता है स्लोप निकालने का एक तरीका होता है। सपोज दैट दिस इज आवर स्ट्रेट लाइन, लेट अस अज्यूम this is the coordinate, it means this is the x1 and this is the y1. If I would ask what is the value of tan theta in this particular triangle, this triangle A, B, C, you will say y minus x minus 1. So the slope is like that. So if we take the origin, then we are easily determined. If we take this, suppose that this is point is x comma y comma, and if we have to determine this distance is nothing x minus, and this distance is nothing y1 minus y, and then I have to determine the slope. The slope comes to as x y1 minus y and x1 minus x, and this tan theta is equal to your m. So now you see your required equation. If we will put this we will took this x1 minus x to our left hand side, it is multiplied with m, and we will return with this result, and this is the standard form of the point slope form. Now we will see the 2-point form. Suppose that this is our straight line, x comma y. We have a two known point x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. We have this two known point, and we have to determine the equation of this particular line AB. How we can determine? So for that, first we determine the slope of that line. How we can determine the slope? We will already see. We have to took the difference, slope is equal to y1 minus y divided by x1 minus x. In previously we will see that the how we can determine the slope. We have a slope and we have another point x2 comma y2. Now at the position of we use now the point slope form, because we have the point and we have a slope. So if we in the point slope form, we like that, we put the m x minus, here is the x2 y2 and x2. We apply the point slope form here, and now I put the value of slope. So we will come with our result. This is called 2-point form equation of line. Equation of line. I have already written like this. So this we have see the three different forms of the equation of line. First is the slope intercept form, in which we have the slope and the y-intercept are the known. We have already discussed what is the y-intercept and the x-intercept. We have a ladder see the point slope form, in which we have a slope and the one point on the line was known, and we have also see how we can determine the slope of the line. After that we will see the 2-point form. Now we will see some other forms of a straight line. Let us see the intercept form. Intercept form, I will already tell about what is the meaning of intercept. Suppose that this is our straight line and we have to determine the equation of this system. अगर ये स्ट्रेट लाइन एक्स एक्सिस को इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा बी पे, और बी का कोऑर्डिनेट हम लोग मान लेते हैं, चूँकि ये एक्स एक्सिस है तो ये समथिंग लाइक दैट a,0 होगा. Suppose that we will assume it a,0, and then the distance, if we have to find the OB is the basically a distance between O and B, and let us assume the coordinate of A is 0, B, and after that the distance of OA is B. So the basically OA and OB in the coordinate geometry, they are the called as the intercept. OA is the intercept at y-axis, y-intercept, we call it y-intercept, and OB is the intercept to the x-axis, so we call the x-intercept. Now let us determine the equation of the AB. We have the intercept, and it means we have a 2-point in the known straight line. So just we apply the 2-point form of the straight line. So how we can apply the 2-point form of the straight line? Here I made one mistake, I think. We have wrote this x1 and x2. This is the straight line, and this is our theta, and this distance is our x1 minus x2, and this distance is y1 minus y2, and if we determine the slope, this comes. If we see the slope also, here we have come, we will return with, if you determine by the, as we doing earlier process, I can do it one more time. We took a y coordinate of a point B, which is 0, and we will took a y coordinate of a point A. After that I will take the x coordinate of a B, and after that we will take the x coordinate of a. Then we will come with the this will be our slope. We have the 1 point. Let us we use this, we will write like that, x minus 0 equal to x minus a, and now we multiply this. We will do a cross multiplication. Here we get 8y minus bx and a plus by. Now I took this value to that side, we will come with this result. After that I will divide the whole equation by a into b. After divide, we will come with our result y this is the intercept form of equation of a line. In the question, suppose that you have a given y intercept b and x intercept a, you will just put the value of a and b in this equation. You will get your equation of line. Now this is the general form in which suppose that this is the our slope form. This form is also converted in general form like that, minus m. Here the capital A value is a minus 1, y equal to 1, sorry, minus m, y equal to 1 and c equal to minus c, like that. So every equation can be converted into this general form. In the coordinate geometry, most of the formula, when we will see the perpendicular distance, we will use to represent the line in this general form of the equation. Now we will see the normal form of the equation. Normal form is the basically, if we have to given, suppose that we have given a perpendicular distance from the origin to the particular line is a p. We assume that this is the m, p and q. Small p is the perpendicular distance, or this is the p is the basically a perpendicular distance from the origin to line pq, and a is the angle made by the x-axis, angle made by the perpendicular with the x-axis. This is the x-axis. If you have these two data is given, and this is the theta, angle made by theta, and you have to determine the equation of line, then the equation of line is written like that. If you want to, I will derive it just to see. Suppose that this is the theta, this is the 90 minus theta, and this is the again 90 plus theta. The whole sum is 0. So if we to the slope, to determine the equation of any line, first you have to determine the slope of the line. As in the above derivation, I will follow same approach. So I will now let's follow same approach. This will be, and this will be written as minus cot theta. This is the slope of the line, and now we have to just find any known point or that some intercept with the point. Suppose that you can also take the intercept. Suppose that okay, now we have till that we have a slope. To determine any point or the intercept of the, let us see this triangle. This triangle is our triangle OAM. If you will observe that we will draw the theta angle here, and theta was OA. M. I think this should be M because the perpendicular contained here, and we will the hypotenuse with the OA, and theta angle is this is a 90 minus theta. So I just simply took this triangle in a that way. This is our perpendicular, this angle is a 90 minus theta, this angle is the theta. If anyone and the value of this is the P. If anyone asks me, and we have to determine the value of OA because this is the intercept. So if suppose that we took the x and cos theta equal to x divided by p, and x equal to p cos theta. Sorry, I think I made mistake where here the cos theta equal to p by x, and we have to make a p, and now x equal to p divided by cos theta. This x is basically a x intercept of the line. This is the x basically x intercept of a line. We will determine with the help of this triangle. And similarly, if you this x and p cos theta, and if you determine by considering this triangle, you will come with the result p sin theta. And just put this value into intercept form. I'm sorry, the y, because it is the y intercept. We will be applying the intercept form. If I will solve, I will get my result. So this is the equation of this result which is come. This is the equation of our normal forms of a line. This is the equation. I think you will get how we will derive. You can derive with the also slope. If this point we have a p cos theta comma 0, you can use here point intercept form. You can use point intercept form either, or you can determine the slope of that. We use the Pythagoras theorem and we determine the slope. We determine the intercept, and with the help of the intercept form we comes with this equation. Now another equation is the parametric equation. Suppose that this is the comma x comma 1 and some point x1 comma y1. This is located at a distance of r. If you have to determine the equation of this line, so you have to just simply write that, and this is the theta is the angle. Theta is the basically angle made by the line. Understood? So this is the, and you can write like this. This is the parametric form of line. Here we use the plus minus because we can go so this is denoted by plus r, this is denoted by minus r. If we go towards the downward point, we will come with this point. So this is the x1 comma y1. This is the x1. This x the x comma y are the variable point in a line AB. This is the variable point on line AB, and this point which I denoted by O, this O is a x1 comma y1. We have this O point is a given, and we have also angle made by this line is a given, and we have to determine the equation of the line. Then we use the parametric form of the equation of line. I repeat again, if we have some point on the line x1 comma y1 comma given, and at a particular distance r1 a variable point is x1 comma y1, x comma y, and we have also with theta, which is the angle made by this line. angle made by that particular line. Theta angle made by that particular line. R is the a distance where the variable point is located, and this x1 and y1 is our fixed point or unknown point. So that's all for the today lecture. Thank you. After that we will see the angle between two lines. In next lecture we will see the angle between two lines. We will see the perpendicular distance from a point. Suppose that this is the point is given and this is the particular line, and if the perpendicular, and we have to determine this distance. How we can determine, we will see all about that. We have also see the distance between two perpendicular line and the foot of perpendicular line in next lecture. After that we will see the family of the straight line, acute and obtuse angle bisector, pair of a straight line. And after that we will take two lecture in which we will deal some previous year of the JEE Mains question. So it will be took around 4 more lecture to complete all the straight line. So that's all for today lecture. Thank you.